Hi, I'm Kiki and welcome to my video blog. Last time we talked about time traps, those insidious little interruptions, distractions, and sources of mental friction that keep us from being fully productive during our day. Today we'll talk about ways to avoid getting caught in those snares, ways to slip the trap, maybe like Houdini did. Okay, so let's get started. How many of you have heard of time blocking? Great. How many of us implement it? Right. I want to show you an example of a schedule that uses time blocking, and this is very different from a to-do list where the items on the to-do list get put down in maybe a random order just as you're thinking of them, and they get done in a very specific order actually, and that is we do the things that we like to do first and we save the rest till later, or usually never. So there's a law of human behavior. It says we're good at what we like to do and we like to do what we're good at. So we'll do the things that we're good at and leave the rest, which leaves out a whole bunch of very important things, like if you own your own business, prospecting, or if your goal is losing weight, going to the gym might be one of the things that you never get around to because it's low on your like to-do list. So let me show you this example of a schedule that uses time blocking, and you can see that the priorities have been scheduled in chunks of time or blocks for certain times of the day, and you can pick what time of the day works best for you. If you're more alert in the morning, put them there in your morning schedule. If you feel more energized in the afternoon, do it in the afternoon. But make sure that these priorities get on your schedule, and get on your schedule in chunks of time that where you don't allow interruptions during that time. And then that stuff will get done. Another tool I like to use is a daily tracker. And here's an example of my own personal daily tracker. The days of the month run down the left-hand side, and across the top are the activities that I need to do every day, such as making phone calls or coaching clients, whatever it is, the activities that need to be done every day that I need to track my actions on. And this works best for things that actually have numbers associated with them, like numbers of calls or numbers of networking events attended, etc. And then you can put your totals down at the bottom. So you add up all these columns for the month, and you have your totals down at the bottom. And then you can add a line or a row for your goals. How many of those would you like to get done during the month? And then you can actually add a little box for your percentage. So you can compare what you're actually doing to what your goals are and see that as a percentage. And this works in a couple of ways. First, you have to look at this every day because you have to fill in the boxes. So you're keeping your important activities, important daily activities in front of you every day. And second, it shows how your performance is. So not necessarily, I encourage you to put results on there, like sales results or clients who you've signed up in your business, or your pounds that you've lost. Okay, if your goal is weight loss. Okay, I encourage you to put that on there as a column so that you can actually measure your results as well as your activity. So this allows you, though, to see what your activity level is and see how well you're doing that way, and then comparing that to your actual results. And that might tell you things like, do I need to block out more time to do certain things? Am I not getting enough calls made because I've only got 30 minutes scheduled and I need more like an hour or an hour and a half? And then it also allows you to look at your results. Do they reflect the effort I'm putting in? So let's say I'm going to the gym for 2 hours, 3 days a week, but I'm not losing the weight that I thought I should. So then that will cause you to maybe go back to your gym and look at the activities that you're doing. Are you doing fat burning exercises? Are you doing the cardio? Are you just lifting weights? Or like so many people I see at the gym, are you just sitting around half the time watching television instead of actually doing the exercises that you need to do. The next thing that it allows you to do is see if what you're measuring is appropriate for what you're doing. So if I'm measuring pounds lost, but I'm not losing pounds, I'm adding muscle or losing inches, maybe I need to measure inches or body mass index instead of just looking at the scale. So you get an idea. This will help you analyze your efforts and make the most of what you're doing in terms of what your goals are. Now, if you're struggling with how to set your priorities and you don't know what to do first, second, third, etc., one thing that might help you is a priority grid. Now, here's an example. You can create a table with the various opportunities available to you across the top. I've used build a website, create a blog, and create a workshop. Let's say if your goal is losing weight, you might use things like taking exercise classes or using a specific diet or giving up something like alcohol, which has a lot of calories in it. So those are the things that you might do, and then you can evaluate those in terms of passion. How excited am I about doing that? In terms of return on investment, how likely is that to get me to my goal? And in terms of probability, do I have the necessary skills, resources, etc. to actually bring that to fruition? And lastly, in terms of urgency. So not all projects have the same time frame. For example, building a website is a very low on the urgency scale because the World Wide Web, as far as we know, isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So that opportunity will be available to you for a long time in the future. Whereas things like applying for a new position, or either within your company or outside your company, might have a bigger sense of urgency because that position is looking to be filled, and once it's filled, it won't come around again for a while. So evaluate in terms of urgency as well. And once you've got this filled out, you just look at it. It's a really easy way to see, hey, these are the things that I'm passionate about, that are urgent, that have a high return on investment, and have a high probability that I'll be able to accomplish them. Hey, that's what I need to do. That's what the opportunity I need to pursue at this moment. And then you make out your action list of all the things that need to be done to build your website or create your blog or workshop or whatever it is. Or if it's taking exercise classes at the gym, the actions you need to take, joining a gym, finding out when the classes are, doing all those steps that will get you to that, bringing that project to fruition. All right, now that you have some excellent tools for managing your time and slipping those time traps, go out there and create your success. I'm Kiki Renzi, founder of KLR Coach. I invite you to contact me for your free 30-minute time-focused strategy session. This is a $125 value, yours free, just for visiting my blog. Thanks, and I hope to see you next time when we'll talk about life vision and goals. And have a great day.